An active day across Muncie as police search for a killer. Tonight on NewsLink Indiana, we have the latest on the manhunt and what caused police to search for hours.
And a rollover crash during lunch hour slowing traffic today. Why one driver may be to blame for running a red light.
It was another warm day across the state. I'll let you know how long these warm conditions will continue in my full weather.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here with us tonight. I'm Tyler Brummett.
And I'm Zoe DeWiggins. We begin tonight with the latest on a Muncie manhunt. The search has just been called off for a suspect believed to be connected to a Monday night stabbing.
Yeah, that's right, Zoe. NewsLink Indiana's Tanner Holbrook has been following the story all day and joins us live with the very latest. Tanner?
Zoe and Tyler, good evening. Yeah, that manhunt that was about 8 hours long actually just wrapped up an hour ago, and police are still searching for 25-year-old Brady Turner. Now, they say he stabbed and killed Christopher Burgess last night on the south side. And the hunt actually started right here in Northwest Plaza. Police say that he actually tried to carjack somebody right here in this parking lot. At the end, the search this evening was focused in a field and wooded area near County Road 400 North. Now, several agencies were involved in the search, including the Muncie Police Department, the Delaware County Sheriff's Office, and the Indiana State Police. They were actually going to send a helicopter up here from the Indiana State Police, but they actually canceled that flight because of another incident near Indianapolis. When the manhunt first started, Ball State sent out several emergency texts saying that campus was never actually in any immediate threat. However, they advised students to be alert and not approach him. Now, police say Turner is armed with a weapon, and he was last seen wearing a gray shirt and camo shorts. And they say if you see him, to contact 911 immediately. And now this story is obviously developing still. We'll continue to keep you updated with the latest information as it comes in. For now, live in Muncie, Tanner Holbrook, NewsLink Indiana.
Thank you, Tanner. Now, police say Burgess was in town visiting friends.
Burgess was transported by ambulance to IU Health Ball Memorial Hospital, where he later died. And also tonight, 2 men from the Muncie area are facing charges in federal court.
Superintendent of Sewer Maintenance and Engineering for the Muncie Sanitary District, Tracy Barton, has been charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud, falsification of documents in a federal investigation, and witness tampering. Local businessman Jeffrey Burke has been charged with bank fraud, making false statements to FBI agents, and obstruction of grand jury proceedings. Burke's charges stem from his fraudulent purchase of the Muncie Flea Market on Main Street. According to Assistant United States Attorney Tiffany J. Preston, both defendants face decades of imprisonment if convicted. Both Barton and Burke made their initial appearance in federal court this afternoon. Only on NewsLink, traffic is back to normal tonight after a rollover crash that left 2 people injured. Officers responded to the intersection of Wheeling and McGalliard just before noon. A witness says someone ran a red light, leading the car to roll over in the grass. Traffic was slow in the area for about an hour while crews cleaned up debris on the scene. The condition of the 2 victims is unknown.
Also, at least 32 people in 3 states are dead as Hurricane Florence throws her final punch across the Carolinas and Virginia. Officials are warning that the disaster is far from over. Now, tornadoes are ripping through states along the East Coast. Omar Jimenez is in North Carolina tonight, where people are picking up the pieces.
First the wind, then the rain, and flooding.
We'll visit the hardest hit areas of Hurricane Florence tomorrow. The president will visit both North and South Carolina to see the devastation firsthand. The president will stop in Myrtle Beach, but a second location in North Carolina has not yet been announced. Republican Senators Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott will join President Trump tomorrow as well. And as we transition now to the weather, Zoe, the good news for us, we're not dealing with anything like what they're dealing with out east. Our thoughts obviously with them tonight, but here, I thought it was supposed to be fall. It definitely feels like summer, to be honest.
I know. I'm a big fan of fall, and I'm kind of over these high 80 temperatures, so I'm really hoping Steven can help us out and tell us some cooler temperatures are on the way.
Well, guys, I'm a big fan of fall too, but yes, we're currently dealing with this warm weather still, and we're in the final days of summer. It is cooling off a little bit though right now. My full forecast, I'll track the upcoming rain chances that we're going to get along with how long these warm temperatures will continue. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Stephen. The next 6 days could be key for Judge Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court nomination. Kavanaugh faces a newly scheduled Senate Judiciary Committee hearing set for Monday.
Yeah, Emily Schmidt details the political maneuvering behind the public or potentially private testimony.
This session is adjourned.
As the Senate Judiciary Committee looks to close the book on Brett Kavanaugh and forward his nomination, there's an unexpected chapter to be written with a hearing added next Monday. Now that she has, Washington wonders When she will tell it next. In Washington, I'm Emily Schmidt.
Tuesday afternoon, Republican leaders said they are willing to offer Ford the option to meet with the committee behind closed doors. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is ready to be sentenced. That's what prosecutors and his defense team told a federal judge. Legal teams asked to set his sentencing for late November. Sentencing has been delayed 4 times since December. That's when Flynn pled guilty to lying to investigators about the Russian interference during the presidential election. Until 3 days ago, Flynn was the highest-ranking Trump associate cooperating with the Mueller probe. On Friday, former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort agreed to fully cooperate.
It's a busy time for farmers coming up. Hear why harvest season could cause some issues on the roadway.
And historic homes on display. What one local group is doing to showcase some of Muncie's oldest homes. That and more on the way. Stay with us.
All right, welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Well, farmers are keeping busy as harvest season begins. As farmers take equipment to the fields, it can cause some issues on the roadways. Multiple accidents occur each year dealing with farm equipment and drivers. Local farmer John Rinker says timing is crucial. Farmers try to do their best to not travel on roads during busy times. However, Rinker says patience is the key.
Patience is probably the biggest thing. You just got to be patient and let let us get to where we've got to go, and then you'll be able to go that much quicker.
Now, laws do allow for farmers to use the roadways just as drivers would, although proper lighting on farm equipment is required. Rinker urges drivers to take extra caution during the season.
Downtown Muncie is full of historic homes, and thanks to the 42nd annual Old Washington Street Festival, people were able to tour these historic homes over the weekend.
The historical house tour gave people the chance to view homes for only a few dollars. Some of the homes date back to as early as the 1800s. To most homeowners, living in a historical home is essential to maintaining the historical significance for homeowners. For homeowner Dwayne Estes, the chance to show off his home is an opportunity that he loves.
It's really a privilege, and especially with this house, because I have the history of the house. I know the people that lived here and what they did and how that goes, so that means a lot.
The Delaware County Historical Society also accepts donations that work towards preserving Muncie's past. To donate, visit their website at www.delawarecountyhistory.org.
Also, McDonald's employees protesting across the country today, sending a message that sexual harassment must end within the company. The National Women's Law Center says that there have been many cases of harassment in McDonald's. This was the first walkout-style protest that was organized since the Me Too movement started. Employees in 10 major cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Protesters say that McDonald's is not doing enough to prevent harassment at the restaurants.
Visa, MasterCard, and a group of top U.S. banks have agreed to the largest antitrust settlement ever. The settlement ends a 13-year-old lawsuit brought by the nation's leading merchants over swipe fees. $6.2 billion was the agreed-upon amount. The suit has been settled before, but the original settlement was rejected and overturned on appeal. The group of banks in the settlement are J.P. Morgan, Chase, Citigroup, and Bank of America.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk is under investigation from the Justice Department. The investigation was confirmed by the automaker earlier today. Musk tweeted on August 7th that he was thinking about making Tesla private at a price of $420 per share, adding that he secured funding for the deal. The tweets were made in the middle of the trading day, sending the stock up nearly 9%. Shareholders have filed lawsuits charging that Musk made the claim to manipulate the stock price. He abandoned the plans less than 3 weeks after the tweet surfaced. Tesla shares fell as far as 6% Tuesday after the investigation was first reported. All right, and Stephen, what do we have coming up in weather tonight?
Well, tonight we'll be in the 70s for most of the night. I'll have your full forecast right after the break.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Now, guys, it is September, and I am ready for some fall weather.
Yeah, same here. Hopefully we have some of those fall-like temperatures on the way, although I don't think that's the case, Stephen, Deanna.
Yeah, unfortunately, this warm weather seems to be trying to get out one last punch before we get into astronomical fall. Today was another warm day across the state. We did get into the upper 80s, but temperatures seem to have cooled off quite a bit so far. 76 up in Kokomo, 79 in the state capital of Indianapolis, 73 down in Bloomington. We could see some strong storms move through the viewing area, and then we'll be back in the mid-70s by the beginning of next week.
Yeah, you already know. Right now we're complaining about the heat soon enough, we're going to be complaining probably that we need to take out our winter coats.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I just need a nice long fall time. I'm not happy about this fall being late. I need fall. I don't want to just switch to winter.
Absolutely. All right, Stephen, thank you so much. Sports director Josh Shelton is in tonight. Josh, what do you have coming up in sports?
So, it's a good thing we had some good weather today because the women's team was in Yorktown playing the final round of the Cardinal Classic, but sounds like the Delta football team's going to have a tough time playing on Friday. We'll have those stories and more when we come back. Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Josh Shelton with sports. The Ball State women's golf team wrapped up the final round of the Cardinal Classic today at the Players Club in Yorktown. They finished in the top 3 teams, which came as a surprise for Coach Catherine Mowat and her team. NewsLink Indiana's Blake Dollier has the reason for that team's surprise.
The Ball State women's golf team competed in the Cardinal Classic this week in Yorktown, where they tied for second place with Southern Illinois. Blake Dollier, NewsLink Indiana.
The team will get this next weekend off before heading to Iowa to compete in the Diane Thomason Invitational. And over on the north side of Muncie, the Delta Eagles are gearing up for their matchup against Newcastle this Friday. Delta is riding a 3-game win streak into Friday's game while also boasting a 3-0 conference record in the Hoosier Heritage. This week, the Eagles face a new challenge in the fast-paced Newcastle offense. The Trojans understand the magnitude of the game, but seem pretty confident in their chances. Delta's head coach Christopher Overholt says his team loves it when the other team gets confident because it only fuels his team more.
We always play better when we see things in the paper or people are talking on social media. It just zeroes us in that much more. And so the last couple of years when we've had teams do that, we've played our best football.
And so Coach Overholt and his boys will look to get that win against a little overconfident Newcastle Trojan team.
I'm actually from around Newcastle. I went to Pendleton Heights, and so we played Newcastle a lot. They were about the same size as us, and I'm going to have to root for Delta on this one just because growing up, Newcastle was always our rival.
Yeah, there's nothing better than high school football. So, all right, Josh, thank you so much. Coming up, find out how changes are coming to the Victoria's Secret's Angels.
And a huge moment at the Emmys. Up next in Trending. Stay with us.
And welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. It's now time to take a look at what is trending tonight.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Katie McDonald. Katie, what do you have for us?
I have some great stories for you guys tonight. I'm very excited to reveal them to you. So, for all of you Victoria's Secret fans, if you haven't heard already, the VS models for the 2018 fashion show have been confirmed, and this year there is more diversity within the selection of models. There are 47 models walking down the runway for the upcoming show. A few of the new models include Winnie Harlow and Kelsey Merritt. Harlow is a spokesperson for her skin condition vitiligo, and Merritt is the first Filipino woman to walk down the fashion line's runway. The show will take place in New York City, but no dates have been confirmed. Also, the 70th annual Emmy Awards took place Monday night in Los Angeles. Several TV shows were deemed winners at last night's event. Game of Thrones took home 2 Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Drama Series. Another winner, O.J. Simpson American Crime Story, took home 3 Emmys, including Outstanding Limited Series or TV Movies. Toward the end of the show, Glenn Weiss, who won an Emmy for directing the Oscars, used his acceptance speech to propose to his longtime girlfriend, Jan Svetsson. Let's take a look.
Because I want to call you my wife. Will you marry me?
On a night of winners, what could be a sweeter win than that?
Aww. First of all, I just love to say that that's precious.
Yeah.
That's like every girl's dream to get some like big romantic proposal. I love it.
Exactly, and you could see he was very nervous on stage in front of an entire audience like that, but it was beautiful and it was very adorable.
Yeah, and I'm kind of upset because I didn't get the chance to see the Emmys last night because I know Michael Che and Colin Jost, they were both hosting. And they're always hilarious on SNL, so I wish I would have been able to see it.
I'm excited to hear that the O.J. Simpson American Crime Story show won because I am a little bit obsessed with like weird crime documentaries and all that kind of thing, and I love that kind of thing. Like all the O.J. Simpson stuff, I love it. Yeah. So I'm excited to hear that took home some Emmys.
Yeah, I know about the story, and I haven't had a chance to like watch it, the TV show yet, but I'm looking forward to it since they won, so I guess it's pretty good.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Katie. Stephen, can we take a final look at weather?
Yes, hey, tomorrow, marginal risk is in effect for portions of Grant County and our viewing area along north central Indiana. And also be sure to stay tuned for updates on that system as well. Damaging winds is the primary threat. We could see some small hail along with heavy downpours So just continue to monitor along with Friday's system as well. We could see strong to maybe stronger storms for Friday. And with one final look at your 7-day forecast, 89 for Thursday, 72 for Sunday, 75 on Monday. Cool weekend ahead with slight rain chances. So guys, prepare the rain gear for Friday. And yeah, thankfully we're going to see fall-like weather return. And the first day of fall is on Saturday. So yes, mid-70s to kick off the beginning of next week. Hopefully we'll be done with this heat once and for all. I'm looking forward to it. I know you guys are looking forward to it.
Same here.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear we're going to get some lower temperatures on the first day of fall. The rain's not great, but you know what? It's all right. We'll take it. All right, well, that's all for tonight on NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to watch our midday update tomorrow at noon on Facebook Live for the very latest.
And for news anytime and anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night, everyone.